my surrogate daddy at one time, along with my father, when I was 14 years old. He was a mentor to me, took me under his wing, and always made sure that me, my brothers, all of us, when we were playing high school ball and the whole bit. Funny thing about Clarence is, if it was a picnic, he had a shirt and tie on. You can best believe that. And one of the neatest people in the whole wide world. If you ever saw him at a table, he was always moving stuff around. And I said, Clarence, I said, Mr. Dade. Then when I got to be grown, he said, you can call me Glenn if you want to. I said, okay, that's cool. And he and Mrs. Dade used to invite me over to dinner, lunch. I was always in their house. We lived in Southeast. Wasn't that bad. All in Fairfax County. Finally let us out here, Matt. Anyway, they lived in the upper part of Fort Clarence. I'm just messing with you. But no, he was my friend, and he was my friend and always was there for me. Would write letters for me when I was trying to go to school, the whole bit. I went to JUCO first, junior college, and finally graduated from Howard University. All of you all who went to other schools, you couldn't get in, okay? But he went to Virginia State. That's an HBC, and so I'll bloodline you in the same church, different hymn book. Okay, so, but he was a very good friend of mine. When I tried to get to see him, but I know how emotional I am. I've spoken at over 40 funerals. In the last 15 years, I've been to 125 funerals. A lot of them have been my mentors. It's funny because I remember when the kids, or they're not kids anymore, they're grown with their own families, they were crawling around, literally crawling around on the floor. I can't believe I met your grands and everything. I told Celeste, I said, you had sex and you ain't tell nobody what's up. I remember when she was born, you can't do none of that without telling your grown folks and all that. But anyway, I was so glad to see him. My grandson's only going to be a good quarterback, and her daughters and all of that. So I heard we had another comedian in here, but I'm better than her. But anyway, Clay, I had to talk to him. And, you know, the tough thing about all of this, because I lost my parents years ago, and they were friends of the Dades. And when my mom died, it was the next day that hurt you. And I had to call Clay and say, hey, man, it's the next day. This is when it really sinks in. You know, the first time, you know, you're like, whoa, man, you can't believe this. But the next day, and you all know what I'm talking about, you all out there who've lost loved ones, it's the next day that really kicks you behind. You know, you're like, oh, my God, you're not going to ever see them again. But memories are the good thing. That's the good thing about the whole spiritual thing and all that. I'm not a very church person, but I know this. When you have good memories of your family and friends or whatever, and whatever happened in life, whatever they did, it's over now. You know, it's forgiving time and the whole bit. You know, that's what you have to do to kind of suck it up, as we say in sports. So I loved him. He was my friend. I tried to get over there, but something was holding me back. I said, Clay, I'm trying to get over there. I am. I'm trying. But I don't even think I wanted to see him like that. So I didn't think I was going to cry, but I think I am, because he was my friend. Like, I didn't want to see him. I want to see him like that. And so that's not realistic, but the true thing is that he was my buddy. And I hadn't seen him in so long, and he would always have something good to say. And I'm going to miss him. And as I'm sure that you will too if you knew him real good. So he had a lot of heart, he had a lot of dreams. Some of them came true, some of them didn't. And that's real life. That's hardcore life. But I know he loved his babies and his grandchildren. I know that right here. So, and I know he loved me too, because I loved him back. I appreciate you all letting me talk. I'm emotional. I know if I had got to the hospital, I wouldn't have made it. So, thanks a lot.